Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, it's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. Today we have Reese's Pieces, number 1, part 1 of 2. Story in here, Man Plant from the Tomb. It's by Otto Binder and Dennis McFarling. Now, before we begin, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Book. Let's hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what's going on. Reese's Pieces, Man Plant from the Tomb. In a rundown section of Walsenburg, New Jersey, you'll find a decrepit hothouse where exotic plants assume weird shapes under the watchful eye of a man, where life creeps forth from the death of decay and contained in the soils collected by Orville Maxson, who is about to discover the man plant. Eat well, my pretty. Now who can that be at this hour? Orville Maxson. Yes, but I need your help, Maxson. I'm Dane Crawford, an archaeologist. Just got back from an excavation where I found these seeds. Ugh, these look just like skulls. I've never seen anything like them. Where did you find these? In a tomb? In the tomb of Ankomet. I was told that if anyone could make them grow, it was you. You were told rightly. If I can just prepare a proper bed of soil. The tomb was sealed by empty except for the seeds. It was very strange. Little man's eyes glitter as he prepares the soil from the weird ingredients on his shelf. Imagine an unknown life form from another age. If they grow, I'll be famous, and so will you. They'll grow. I've grown wheat and barley from the pyramids, but we must carry them to the cellar. The soil bed is carried to an old cellar under the hothouse, filled with pale, sunless life. If these seeds are true tomb plants, what they need is a dank and darkness, not light and air. Have you told anyone about them? No. Why? Tell no one. Keep this a secret until we're sure they'll grow. Now go. Call me in 2 weeks and we'll see. The fool, he calls himself an archaeologist, and he can't even read the hieroglyphics on the urn. Little does he know that he has discovered the legendary seeds of eternal life, and now they are mine. Even before 2 weeks are up, a hideous form of ancient life is stirring in the cellar. Crawford, come over here right away. Yes, tonight I've got something to show you. Yes, you're alive, aren't you? My loveless, alive after centuries in the tomb. And somewhere within you, perhaps in a root or berry, the secret of eternal life. Within minutes, the young scientist arrives to view the miracle. You did it, Maxson. I'll start preparing my report tonight. We'll be famous by the time this time tomorrow. Not yet, Crawford. The plants are sickly and weak. They're tomb plants and need special nourishment. What do you mean? They need a corpse to feed on, and he shoots them. Digging carefully so as not to disturb the tender, rootless, Maxson adds Crawford's body to the shallow soil bed. The young fool wanted fame, glory, what did he know? If I can discover the secret of these plants, I can reach beyond my wildest dreams. The plants seem to flourish on their new food, and in less than a week, my pets, you've tripled in size. And just as I thought, you made quick work of Crawford's flesh. Now he's nothing but bones. But what's this? Berries? They look strange. Almost like Crawford's face. But they're berries. Might be what I'm looking for. Perhaps they hold a secret. While Maxson is absorbed in the study of berries, an unearthly silent ripple of movement passes over the tendrils of the strange plant. I'll boil them down and prepare an elixir. They seem to reach upward and groping. What's that rustling sound? The plant is moving, growing before my very eyes. The pipes on the ceiling groan under the weight of the hideous form, pulling itself up from the shallow grave. No, it's Crawford, but you're dead. Not dead, Maxson, alive. My body nourished by the plants, and they became me. You gave me the gift of eternal life. And now I've come back to return the favor. Oh, no, not the favor. The fetid man plant that once was Crawford works late into the night, preparing the soil. Yes, Maxim, I am immortal now. Nothing can harm me, for if I am damaged, I can grow back anew, tenderly planting the seeds. Soon, the rootlets will find your flesh and transform it. Then you will join me to seek others to share our immortality. For over a week, the decrepit hothouse seems deserted. There are no customers until... Orville Maxon, Mr. Maxon, are you here? Is that Mrs. Elliot? I'm down here in the cellar. Come on down. Watch your step. Uh-oh, that can't be good. Midnight Muse. Now, not yet. You're crazy, Mike. First you lose your girl, then the boss starts busting your chops, and now, damn it, Steve, that's got nothing to do with it. I'm not sure, but we're guinea pigs in a giant case called Earth, and the controllers don't care what happens to us, only how we react. Still, think you're crazy? Tell me, why do these mysterious beings control us? I don't know. Maybe we're entertainment for them. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I only know they control our destinies, and now these creatures are going to kill me. Now? Not yet. Why certain songs are played on the radio at exactly the right moment. And from this, you come up with an alien intelligence theory? Why not make sense, doesn't it? Mike, you're either putting me on, very depressed, or crazy, or telling me the truth. Look, Mike, just go home. Forget it. Now. Yes, now. All right. But I what? Don't tell me you've never felt that you're being watched. Like events in your life are sometimes coincidental. Okay, we've all felt that way at one time or another. So just this, I think we're being controlled. Controlled, you're crazy, by who and how? Mike, this thing has really got you weirded out. But it's true. They can't afford to let me live. I know too much. Come on now. That's a bunch of crap, and you know it. Not so. Just last night, I was thinking. That was your first mistake. Not funny, Steve. I was thinking about why some of us are rich and others are poor. Why some people have incredible luck and others have nothing. Still, think. Oh my God, Mike. He dies. Not yet. Phantom of the Rock era. This evening star they knew would soon eclipse all other rock superstars. He was magnetism, an animal fury matched with compelling aura of evil and self-destruction, and an anti-sexuality which hip girls found alluring. The crowd of Cowboy Bob's bar and disco stared unjoyfully aghast, witnessing a phenomenon, the debut of a new rock talent, a personality to mesmerize them without his empty, wailing voice, haunted lyrics, possessed movements. His music frenzied them, set them wild. Each girl gyrated as if being held by a demon, lost in grotesque ecstasy. All but one. Lala, love this one. Is your mark. Just kill chicks. No groupies in sight. The rubes here is Jinxon City, Texas. Aren't really hip to this guy yet. This guy will be rich someday, soon, sure thing. Better do a Jaja fast and latch onto him before someone else does. And collect a fortune in alimony when he's famous. The rent-a-cop told me he's his own manager, so open season. The dressing room was cramped and musky. With a shrug of self-pity, the exotic figure turned to her. Roddy Skeen, I just saw your perf. Heavy, you were just, what do you want, little girl? My money or my life? He's on to me. Slow and easy now. Play hurt. I don't know about your sense of humor. You don't want me here. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry for being rude. The pity, the poor mister. The pity, the poor monster bit. Such cliche. His eyes so dark, so dead, dark, distant, as if I've been waiting so long for someone like you to walk in. A gnarled skeletal hand reached forth and began to stroke Lala's hair slowly, desperately, deliberately. His skin so pale, so taut, and odorous like death. He's hypnotizing me. I'm falling under his spell. You really want me? Of all the people, me? Yes. I want someone as shy and spiritually beautiful as you. Let's take off your makeup and go somewhere. No, I can't. It's impossible. It's not makeup. This is my real face, my real hands. I had an accident. What do? Fall in a meat grinder? Later in Roddy Skeen's crumbling hotel room. Where am I? The hotel flea bag? You realize, Roddy, that if you become a hit, a dozen penthouses could be yours. Ours. I was famous once, Lala, before my, but never mind, I tell you some other time. Just 3 more Hicktown engagements, milady manager, will be in Frisco. I really don't deserve your generosity, Roddy. I'm having trouble. The audiences are getting larger. It's a good thing I latched onto him in time. The groupies are out in force. Tonight they better not get too close. Ah, there's some dippy little broad trying to cut in on my territory. Sorry, fellow gold digger, but a girl must protect her investments. Surprise, darling, our own quaint love nest. Wonderful. Lover, when do we get married? Soon, I hope before rigor mortis sets in. A room with a view in San Francisco Bay. Perfect for a honeymoon. We'll marry in a week after I introduce you to my group. I'd like you to sing with us. Complications. Yes, let me take down the Pop Rock Merchandise Limited when this afternoon. Yes, we'll be there. Jacques Bear, jeweler, wedding rings. Our specialty. That afternoon, after a short visit to the jewelers. Roddy, Lala, pleased to meet ya. My handle's Joe Smith. Lala, here, tip me about you, fella. My firm can make you a super groovy success. How do you do, Joe? The boys in the display department worked all day on this yesterday. Here's the lineup. Roddy Skeen posters, model kits, balloons, bubblegum cards, monster comic books with you as host. You'll be hit on both sides of the generation gap. We can even get a group for you. A werewolf with a sideburns, a day glow. Let me handle this and you'll make a fortune. How does a face which looks like a skull register heartbeat, heartbreak, shame, embarrassment, disappointment? Monster mask, rubber hands, skull candy. I already have my own group, Mr. Smith. Well, we'll meet again next week with your friends. Later, Mr. Smith. They walked past files of San Francisco's gingerbread houses and pouting girl and shouted skeleton man. I think his ideas will make you rich, Roddy. Yes, but by advertising my ugliness. You're not really ugly, Roddy. No, you're ugly in an unreal way. This is where my group lives, Lala. A mausoleum? What a gimmick. I never did tell you how I came to look like this, did I? I never cared to find out. No, you didn't, Roddy. But down one more flight of stairs to the crypts. Roddy, I hear strange, eerie music wafting up from below. Is that your group? And then Lala. Lala Love saw what she would ever remember till the end of the time. A grotesque, gyrating spectacle. The undead music shrieked, the dancers writhed spasmodically. Allow me to introduce my group, Lala, the Decrepit Chord. Stop playing, fellas. Hey, Roddy's back, among the living. Lala, let me introduce my group and their groupies. Jason Jones, drums, Mickey Morton, bass, Jeff Mixon on rhythm guitar, and Mary, Mimi, and Gail. Group meet Lala, Lala meet group. Lala and I will soon be wed. She's our new manager. She's going to merchandise our looks and make us rich. Far out. We need an agent. Good Lord. Right on. Zappo. She sings fantastically, too. She's willing to become part of the group. Mr. and Mrs. Shtick, you know. Are you sure you really want to? It's now or never. Fame and riches. Or back to the sticks. Yes, I really want to. I'm so glad you really want to be one of us, darling. To be like us, this shows you really do love me. But when I introduce you to my group, I thought you'd figure it out. Just what do you mean? Be like you. We were all famous once, don't you remember? The famous ritual of murder? Yes, now I remember. The newspaper said you all died in a witchcraft ceremony. Yes, Lala, we did die. To be born again by a spell cast from the sacred book of the prophet Lovecraft. The spell only works on corpses. 5 days dead. I don't struggle, darling. You'll live on dead forever. No, no, Roddy, please. In a week we'll marry, Lala. A pale dead moon stares down, transfixed, serenaded dully by an eerie, longing voice. My love is like a blood-red rose wilting in the garden. Soon she will be just like me, and then will be our wedding. Slime world. My memory of the entire soul-annihilating affair has been eroded by time and only rushes upon me, flushed like some ghastly polluted stream of consciousness. My strongest impression of all the horrors I encountered was when my new bride, Susie, and I were brought to the torture grotto of the sewer creatures who inhabit the... My God! What will they do with us? Hang on, Sue. We'll get out of this. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There was a time when I was happy months ago. Well, Mrs. Surmost, I trust you find the home of my ancestors quaint. Mr. Lesormus, your Jest Paris is perfect place for our honeymoon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special feature of literacy note, a quick tour of the fascinating sewers of Paris. Is he kidding? Hush, Sydney. These are the very sewers, ladies and gentlemen, in which the revolutionaries in Victor Hugo's immortal novel Les Miserables took refuge. Phew, they must have smelled like the Hudson River. Sydney. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in these very catacombs. Follow me, huh? Hey, Susan. Sid, I just saw another guide. Go that way. He said, follow me. If we tip him $1, he'll probably show us some fascinating sights and recount some wonderful stories about the French underground. I hear there are even whole colonies of fortune tellers who live in these musty old public cellars. Well, okay, kid. It seems your guide doesn't want to tarry along. In fact, he's 20 paces ahead of us. Hey, you guys, slow down. Don't be surprised if he just turns out to be someone trying to sell us some French postcards. Uh-oh. Eek! We're trapped. Came down. Sid, turn around. Then I saw them. They came lumbering at us, vast, hideous, oozing creatures of slime. They were repulsive beyond all doubt. So, well, do I remember the horrid movement forever etched in my corroded brain. Good Lord. Deceptive, decaying, head-pike monster. It can't be happening. Sydney, this seems like a nightmare, a psychotic's fever dream. Sid, help me. Yeah, put me down. Do you hear? Can you understand? True, it was a foolish thing to say, comic almost, but the will and crunching shock of the situation had overcome me. In my horror, I went to temporarily mad, delirious. Put me down. Let us go. We're Americans. Let us alone. Down, through the labyrinth, past scores of pipes and subterranean alleyways, through their strange underworld. They carried us through underground streams until, look, medieval implements of torture. Sydney, what's going to happen to us? I'll never forget my shock when one of the creatures spoke to me, and in English. We will keep you here and feed you until we decide what to do with you. Whether to let you join us or be put to their uses. I still don't believe this is happening. In 2 hours, they had displayed much hospitality. They served a rather tasty meal. Maybe they're decent. I notice you all wear clothes from various eras in history. Why? We each wore the clothes we wore when we came here. The fumes here made us this way and kept us alive hundreds of years. An hour or so later, we were alone. These rusty and corroded bracelets are ancient, easily broken. Proves what he said about this place's antiquity. Oh, darling, no time to talk, love. Let's split this slimy scene. They're following us. We better split up. Don't worry, Sydney. They won't do anything to one of us till they catch the other. Sure hope so. The ruse was at first successful. I diverted their attention and soon heard their footsteps echoing down the grotesque corridor that I had chosen. But in the time I eluded them and heard their eerie echoing footsteps flashing down some other murk-strewn passageway, at first I thought I was safe until, in the maze of gutters, I stumbled into a gigantic cavern of people kept in cages, attended by the slime creature. What stupid, dense, crash-pounding souls do these demented, mindless creatures possess? of stumbled on society of sadistic brutes. This is insidious, diabolical. The monster slime men holding healthy people in captivity. So that's what the ogre meant about other purposes. My guess is that they use men as some sort of slave labor force, work them to death before they can turn into slime creatures too. I'll soon find out. Softly now. They know this sewer well. I can't escape if they see me now. Good Lord, a kitchen! To keep the population down, they eat most normal people before they can turn to slime men. Ching, ching, ka-ching. I was at that point. I believed that I forever lost my morals and my sanity as well as the tasty meal they had served me earlier. After that, all my actions were a confused, demented blur. I ran madly through the sewer catacombs, insane. I am in the very lair of the savagery and barbarism. Must get out of this death womb. Must see the pure light of day. Must get back to civilization. Must save Susie. Must. The drain pipe seems sturdy enough for a weapon. Something's coming. Boom! There, accursed fiend, the cannibalistic degenerate. You got what you deserve. Oops, better stop yelling. I'll attract attention. Say, what's that he dropped? The most ominous of fiendish ghoulish, hideous shock of shocks. I saw it, half munched away. Saw the slime, delicate, tampering fingers, the grace, charming form of the wedding ring. Oh, no, Susie! They caught Susie! No, die! Foul monster, die! You should be thankful that I don't eat your brains. Oh no, now I find myself even thinking of degenerating to their level. Now, to put on its outfit from distance, then these creatures may not recognize me. I may be able to make a good escape. Uh-oh, 2 more of these demons after me. I won't risk fighting 2 of them. What luck, a trapdoor. Then, in my appendix-like lair, I heard an ominous rolling, rumbling weight placed on my escape route door. Oh no, he was under it. They're trying to seal me in with a tomb. I'll escape. I've got to escape. But I laughed too hastily. It took me weeks of crawling through the slimy murk before I could find an escape route to the greater labyrinths. That's one battle, but not the war. My skin's changing. I look like them, but the fumes have done their work. Now that I was familiar with my surroundings, I had no trouble navigating the horror domain, even being accepted into the challenge by other slime creatures. They know me. I'm one of them. Oh, Pierre, what's for supper? I became like them, even eating habits. In time, I took to the slime world, way of life, and did my chores and tending the livestock. You get your move on. I became antagonistic toward more normals. The slime people came to be beautiful to my eyes. Well, another one for the stew pots. Months passed, and I was finally fully trusted by the slime world society. I even took a bribe by my conscience bugged me. I killed a member of the slime world. Now wear his clothes. I'm guilty of murder. I must make amends. Ghoulish as the slime world was, it accepted me, my character metamorphized. My values changed. I often took long walks through the bowels of Paris meditating. And now and then I long to return to the surface, but seldom. I'll never fit in. I go back to my tastes have changed. Then one day the artificial gate of the surface world was hoisted open for me. My day of test, the day they trust me to acquire food. Guilt welled within me as the experiences of nearly a year before it came to tortured mind. A tour party. The man I killed stood here in these clothes. A couple nearby ambled and dallied as I stood imprisoned by a madness of hesitation. It all started so long ago. Long ago, the man I killed said something that I started all was that. Suddenly, I could not help myself. The words of the man I killed veritably forced themselves uncontrollable from my throat. Follow me. So that's how it works, like a curse. Oh my God, a curse. I saw my error too late. Now they were innocently following me as I led them to well, we in the slime world must have food also, you know. That was a crazy book. That was Reese's Pieces, part 1 of 2. Can't wait for part 2. That was copyright, when was that? 1985. Hope you enjoyed that little reading. Now, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And as Papa and all the slime people always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa is out.